Thank you for logging on to the PawCast for the week of Monday, December 10th through Friday, the 14th. Hello, I'm Mr. Andrews.
And I'm Miss Pegram.
And here's what's happening on our team, hopefully Thursday and Friday.
All right, guys. How's everyone doing? I love the snow. It's so beautiful. First, I hope everyone's staying warm and safe inside. Of course, enjoy the snow while it's here, but please, everyone stay safe out there. Secondly, we're only going to have a 2-day week in ELA next week, so that changes things a little bit for us before our winter break coming up, having to revise some plans, but it all works out. We are going to be working on our revising for our rough draft, which everyone should have finished Friday. If they did not finish it Friday, they were to take it home with them and work on it over the weekend. And now what has become a super long weekend, so they should have plenty of time to do that. Also, if they did not finish their glossary, they should finish that up. And if they did not finish their dedication page, they should finish that up. The glossary, they are only required to have 5 terms at the minimum. So, shouldn't be too hard. Hopefully you'll have some time to enjoy the snow and get all of that stuff done, for ELA. Secondly, I did say that we were going to be revising. That we'll probably try to hit that all in one day and then start on our rough draft, because next week is it before the winter break. And the final drafting is what takes the most time. So we'll definitely try to explain how to do that Friday and get working on that the following week.
This week we're hoping to get back to school on Thursday. Whatever the first day back to school is, that will be the day of our science fair. So students need to bring their trifold boards. You got some extra days to be able to put those together and make those look really nice and neat. You have the example of the trifold that we made in class with our bubble gum, best bubble blowing gum experiment. You also have your science fair packets that give you all the information you need as far as putting together your trifolds, your ability to be able to talk about your science fair project, if you're requisitioned to do that, and to do that fluently. So make sure that there are no names that appear on the front of your trifold. If you have photos that show parts of your demonstration, make sure they have no one's face in that photo so that no one can be identified. The other thing that you need to make sure of is all of our 5th graders at Northern Elementary, along with everyone doing a science fair project, but in particular, our 5th graders had to have 3 sources that they used to become an expert in order to be able to make a hypothesis to answer their testable questions. So what we would like for all of our 5th graders at Northern to do is to tape a list of the 3 sources that you used on the back side of your trifold board. Again, no need to have a name on the front side of your board. We're going to assign all students a number, and that'll be the way that we identify your project and your trifold. You'll get your sticky note number when you report to homeroom, whichever day we show up at school this week. As far as the rest of our science, we should be studying all of our science vocabulary. Of course, our cloud types, the types of precipitation that would come from those clouds and how they might form, and all of the other vocabulary such as the cold front, warm front, high pressure, low pressure, all of that vocabulary we need to continue to review and have going. We are going to continue where we let off with predicting weather, and we're very, very close to starting that project where you're going to be working in small groups to work to make a weather presentation, a logical weather presentation that would span 3 days. We'll talk more about that when we get back to school. As far as math is concerned, we had a few students that still needed to be able to complete their math test that you worked on this past Friday. So what I'm going to let all students be able to do is have our first night back at school. Everyone's going to be issued back their test. I'll let you take that home for homework and give it one more look over. If you feel satisfied with your math test, you're more than welcome to let me keep it, and we'll be fine with that. For those of you who feel like you need a little bit more time, I'll let you complete your test at home with the understanding that you'll get no help and you won't be using any of your Eureka books for any kind of additional help. So as long as we have that understanding, I'll let you work on that for our first night back homework. Other than that, we are going to begin sometime very soon adding and subtracting fractions. In 5th grade, the caveat is that we add and subtract fractions that have unlike denominators. You guys are pros at the 4th grade game of adding and subtracting fractions with like denominators or the same sized parts. But we'll discuss how does this look and what do we do in 5th grade when we have, and beyond, when we have parts that are not the same size. So all of that coming up very, very soon. Hopefully we'll start touching on that this week, certainly the following week.
All right, it is time for our riddle. This one's not too difficult this week, but I thought it was very appropriate in light of everything that has happened with this winter weather. So listen closely. No matter how far you travel or hike, you'll never find two flakes of me alike. What am I? All right, thanks again, guys, for listening to the PawCast. See you Thursday, maybe.